The purpose of this video is to describe and demonstrate a lockout system for 2 players that has an integrated timer. And we'll show you what's included with the system, and we'll describe kind of how it works, and then we'll show it in operation. This was specifically designed for a MathCounts competition where we need to identify which of 2 players rang in first, and we have to have an integrated timer to show how much time remains for the contestants to answer the question. It comes with a display console. It comes with a super durable slap pad for each of the players with a 15-foot cord, and it comes with a power pack that plugs into the wall to power the system. Now I'll go ahead and just show how it works. The concept of this is to put the display console in between the players, like on a table, and then to have the slap pad at each of the players' desks. And this is really nice compared to other approaches where we have a very low profile switch that allows the player to ring in while it sits on their desk, and they don't have anything cluttering up their desk like a light or something like that. All of the light is shown here on this main console. Let's go ahead and power this up. It'll go through a self-check. Okay. Now, as we've shown here on the front panel, we have 2 timer starts. We have a 30-second timer and we have a 45-second timer. If the player gets the right answer, we hit clear for the next question. We can hit this to start the 30-second timer, or we can touch this button to start the 45-second timer. The back of the console shows where the players plug in, and we'll go ahead and plug this in and show you how it works. Now, until the moderator asks the question, the players cannot ring in. They're locked out. They can only ring in when the timer is counting. We'll go ahead and we'll start the 30-second timer. The system immediately begins counting down. And as soon as the first player rings in, the system identifies how much time remains, and it tells us who rang in first. We have a nice bright light on the front so the people in the front can see, and somebody sitting behind or standing behind the console can see with the light that's on the top. This light will stay on until we do one of 2 things. If the player gets the right answer, we can press clear. If the player gets the wrong answer, we can press the timer button that's blinking, and we can resume and allow the other player to ring in. So let's assume that this player got the wrong answer. We resume counting. Now notice that the first player, his button is locked out. He's ignored. And as soon as the second player gets the answer that they want to play, they ring in. And notice that a nice feature about this is that when this player rang in, we had 1 beep. But when we rang in on this side, we had 2 beeps. So it's easy to differentiate between the 2 just by the sound it makes. We can see that we had 11 seconds remaining. That player answers their question. I want to demonstrate how it works. What we can do is we can go ahead, we can't resume the timer right here, but I'll go ahead and clear it. We'll go ahead and start it again. And what we're going to do here is we're going to let it count down, and you'll get to see how the system works if a player doesn't respond in time. Let's say that the first player rings in. We'll listen to that double beep again. But they didn't get the right answer. So let's go ahead and resume the timer. And the player at this switch is not going to be able to ring in time, and we're going to see that the timer gets down and it counts down the final tenths of a second and then gives the lockout sound. And at that point, nobody can ring in, and the system is ready for the next question.